Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Taurus, Sun, Moon or Rising, and it's the weekly reading for November 18th to the 24th. Taurus, this week we have the Priestess Oracle card for you. We have Justice, the King of Swords, the Knight of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Three of Wands, and the beautiful Fool energy. So yeah, I'm in strong new beginning energy here with Ace of Pentacles and the Fool, Taurus, that wants to come in for you. We see a situation coming to light, something that needs to be rebalanced, something that needs to be released first before we can call that in. So I'm just going to start off by reading out your Oracle card before we go to the Tarot cards. So Priestess, how are you being called to step up and lead? The Priestess is a teacher dedicated to service, freedom, and leadership. You don't need to have it all together to lead. In fact, it helps if you don't. No one wants a perfect angel who hasn't made any mistakes. Let life be your message. Don't underestimate the power of sharing your story. It's by hearing someone else's journey that we feel less alone. We realize that we're actually all in this thing called life together. The difference between a follower and a leader is that a leader has the courage to go first, and stepping out, they shine a light on the path for others to venture forward to. Yeah, I mean, it's very much like that Fool energy, isn't it, guys? It's like those that, have the courage to take that leap of faith and trust that the universe will catch them are the ones that really progress in life. So, that is what you're being called to do, in your, in your near future here. So let's begin in your recent past. Just keep in mind, guys, energies are fluid. So, they could be, this could be a situation that you've already moved past. Some of you might be on the threshold of resolving this, or it could be yet to come too. So we have the Knight of Cups and we have the Nine of Wands. So, the Nine of Wands is, it's almost a completion. And it's a completion of something that has, let's say, affected your energy resources quite a bit. So if you're familiar with the Ten of Wands, it's the guy who's carrying the big weight of wands, it's blocking his vision, he's only just trying to make it home before he releases them. Well, this is the one before that where, we're a bit battled and bruised and battle-worn from the situation, but we still have some energy reserves in the tank to bring this thing to a completion, even if we feel that we don't. There is that sense of having to have some resilience to push through this thing, to get it over the line, to bring it into a completion. Yeah, I mean, with that Knight of Cups here, guys, it could be in a love situation. It could have been with your once, knight in shining armor. Maybe you're bringing a relationship to a completion. Maybe it's in a dating situation. It could be, even player energy with this Knight of Cups. It could have been somebody that in the past made you some kind of emotional, offer that seemed pretty good. Maybe it was even a business offer that really sort of tantalized you and, you went along with it, but now you're sort of saying, well, actually, no, that's not right for me. This whole process has taken a whole lot of my energy and I just really need to move on. But yeah, I am feeling a more romantic situation here. Something that started off great, all the chemistry, all the magnetism, the knight in shining armor. But yeah, it just hasn't delivered on all levels and it's just left you feeling depleted, a little bit worn out, and you're really just wanting to start fresh under that Fool energy. Because I think you're really starting now to understand that, I think you're really starting to see that clearly and see things for what they are. That King of Swords, he really is a visionary. He's somebody who can really cut through any rubbish, any lies, anything that's not authentic, using that sword, that sword of power. He releases himself, he cuts boundaries and energetic cords. And, he wants to rise up. He's not going to be in situations that make him feel, tied down, beaten down, small, out of energy. This King of Swords is about you rising up back into your power, Taurus. So King energy as an energy is evoking that sense of maturity, authoritarian dominance, power, control, being the visionary of your own life. And, through also, going through that process of releasing yourself, using that sword, cutting things away that don't serve you, that's where the transformation happens. That's when we grow. I mean, look at the scale of the king compared to these trees. And we have the butterfly here, which is that symbol of transformation. So I think this is you recently or nowish. You are really seeing the situation for what it is, and you're about to take decisive action to bring this situation either into balance so you can carry on with it if that's what you're choosing to do, or to release it and resolve it. Because we've got justice here. So focus energies, we've got justice in the Ace of Pentacles. So there is a golden opportunity, a new beginning. We've got all new beginning energy from here on in that wants to come in for you, Taurus. But the message with the Ace of Pentacles is that there's a portal to walk through, or a mountain to climb, a path to walk before we can get to it. And that's where the justice energy comes in. There's something that needs to be brought back into balance about the situation before we can get to that golden opportunity. So, if it's a relationship situation, perhaps it's been very uneven. Maybe it's been, the giving and receiving has been one-sided. Maybe you're the one, obviously, if you're feeling this Nine of Wands energy, you've given out a lot of your energetic resources, but you haven't been receiving it. Maybe you haven't been open to receiving. Maybe, you just need to bring it to a completion, full stop. And the justice energy this week is asking you to initiate that modification that needs to happen to bring things back into balance for you, to even the scales. So, if it is a relationship, it can indicate, legal proceedings, paperwork, divorce, separation. If it's a work situation, then it could be, contractual agreements that need to be looked at. Either way, justice is coming to settle the score and, to bring that victory about, to, clear the slate for you to begin something fresh, to start that new beginning. And, it talks about a fair and just outcome for everyone. So it won't just go in the favor of the person who wants it to go their way. It's about working it out in an even way where things are balanced. And, what's right behind that, Taurus, is this beautiful Ace of Pentacles. So this can be, an offer of stability, security, a financial opportunity. It can be a new job, can be a new way to earn money. It can even be a windfall. Some of you might actually be, benefiting financially out of this justice situation. But, this is the pure potential. It's the universe saying, there's great things on the horizon for you. I'm offering you this divine gift. But it's up to you, Taurus, to take it, to nurture it, to follow up the opportunity, to put in your piece of the action, the inspiration, the work, in order to expand that Ace of Pentacles. Because aces are the number one of each suit of the tarot. So we need to put some work in to expand it. But this is what is on offer for you. And I really feel that, the step after going through the justice of the situation is that, trusting that path, walking it anyway, and taking that leap of faith under the Fool energy here. Because this is your near future here. It says that there is a strong new beginning on offer for you, Taurus. If you can walk this path, go through this portal, clear up the situation first. It's about a new beginning that unfolds once you've turned your back on the past. I mean, this is the young emperor here, and he is not interested in looking back. He is only forward looking. He's exploring new territory, new terrain, and he's all about manifesting new opportunities, new successes in his life. And, he's looking out there. He can see some ships on the horizon. They haven't arrived yet, but he knows they will. There's the promise of them. If he can take that inspired action, this is wand energy, so it's all about, new inspiration, new manifestations. So this is the beginnings of a successful new path, but it talks about having some patience, some, perseverance in order to get there. But it all starts with the Fool energy. It starts with restoring your trust, your hope and faith in the universe. It starts with taking an initial leap of faith. It starts with taking the first tentative steps on a new journey, even when you don't know what the destination will be. You don't know where it's heading yet. You don't know if there's going to be a new relationship down the road, whether this new job you've just started is going to be, worth the time and the investment. But you are being called to have that trust for now and to take that leap. And the universe will catch you if you fall. But just keep in mind to make instinctual, calculated decisions so that you keep a sure footing along the way. But there's real, growth, spiritual development and on offer from knowing when it's time to bring a situation to justice and completion and start something new. And we've got two elements of divine guidance, of divinity, of universal gifting in your reading as well. So it says that this is the right time for this to happen. It's a really beautiful energy, and the Fool talks about reconnecting with your rebel heart. So truly thinking about what aligns with you properly on to your higher self, to your heart, and pursuing that thing rather than maybe the things that you might be expected to do in your life. Because for longevity and to reach a destination that is truly, worth it to us, we need to do what our heart is truly calling us to do. Beautiful, Taurus. I love this reading. I'm seeing the Fool so much at the moment. There's lots of new beginning energy and lots of clearing up situations as we close out this decade. So I'm going to leave it there. I wish you a wonderful week. Keep in mind it is a general reading, so it won't be for every one of you guys. Feel free to leave me a comment if you'd like to share how it's unfolding in your daily life. I'd love to hear, and I'll see you back here next week for another reading.